One day I was in a parking garage across the street from a courthouse after filing a document. I'm a paralegal. As I'm me, I get off the elevator where I think my car is parked and it's nowhere to be found. This is not unusual, so I start wandering around pushing the button for it to beep. After about a minute of wandering, I notice a guy walking around too. He doesn't appear to be following me, but he's giving me the creeps anyway, so I keep an eye on him. There is no one else on that level except him and me. Finally I determine that my car must not be on that level and get in the elevator to go down a level. I get off the elevator and keep an eye on it for a second. The guy doesn't appear, so I brush it off as my paranoia. I start walking around pushing the button again. Then, as I turn the corner, there's the guy again. So, this time I know he's following me. I head for the elevators, then I notice that he's heading that way too and is on par to cut me off, and I start to panic. Again, we're alone on the level. Just then the elevator doors open and two guys in suits get off. I run up to them and say, "There you guys are. I've been looking for you all over this level and the one above. Where the hell did you guys park?" And I laugh. The guys kind of look at me weird, but, to their credit, they don't even blink, and one of them responds with, "Oh, sorry, we're on this level but we brought Tom's car instead of mine and I forgot to tell you. We're parked over here," and they lead me away. I see the guy that had been following me stop, stare, then start down the stairs beside the elevator. Once he leaves, I tell the guys what had happened and they helped me find my car. It was on the first level, I just never got close enough to hear it beep, and I was safe. To this day I know that guy was waiting for me to find my car so he could do something nefarious. I avoid parking garages at all costs now. If I'm forced to park in one, I take a picture of where I park so I don't get lost anymore. I also carry pepper spray on my keychain. I have a similar story. I'm a chalk muralist and was hired by my city to create art along walkways downtown for a festival. The thing with chalk art is you kinda have to create it the same day it'll be displayed, meaning that I had to get started around 4 a.m. in order to be fully finished by the time the festival began at 10 a.m. It was around 5 a.m., still dark, and I was just finishing up outside of a coffee shop located in a standalone building. I noticed a guy slowly walking down the street, several blocks away and very far ahead of me. He was far enough away that even if it started sprinting towards me, I would have had plenty of time to get into my car and flee. Still, something didn't sit right, so I kept my eye on him. When he got about a block away, he took a left down a street where I could no longer see him. As soon as that happened, my inner voice told me I needed to get the fuck out of there. So without gathering my chalk or any other supplies, I grabbed my car keys and hauled ass to my car on the other side of the lot. I got in and locked my doors just in time to see him literally run out from the opposite side of the coffee shop where I'd seen him walking, right where I would have been on my hands and knees in a vulnerable position if I hadn't gotten up. I'd what he was planning, but his body language told me he was in attack mode. I ended up waiting it out for about a half hour, grabbed my supplies, and came back once the sun was up. It put me behind on finishing my work on time, but I will gladly take that L any day. I used to have this drinking buddy. He was a regular at the cafe I worked at. Asked if I wanted to grab drinks, okay sure, and hence began our drinking friendship. During this time, I was a heavy drinker. Like my roommate and I would usually take 5 shots to get tipsy kind of thing and then continue drinking throughout the night. One night this guy asks me to come out with his friends to this pub. I get my own drink first, and then the second drink he offers to buy. I suppose I trusted him at this point, so I didn't go up to the bar when he went. He comes back and I drink the drink. I knew something was wrong within minutes. My head started swirling, I was slurring and I felt fucked up and drunk. Right away I knew I had to leave. He was very vocal about me staying, but I just pushed past him. He followed me outside. Now this is when Uber first started up, so I called Uber from my phone. I was trying to close the door, he was still trying to argue for me to stay. Or perhaps he should come with me to make sure I got home alright. Fuck that, I left. The next day I was asleep all day, I couldn't really move or get up. I was in and out of consciousness. Fucking weird. And why do I think it was him that drugged me? I had put all my cards and my ID into a pocket on the inside of my jacket that was zipped up. They were all gone, and guess who had them? That guy. He went into my fucking jacket and took all my shit so I wouldn't be able to pay a cab. Joke's on him that Uber had just become a thing.